What's up, everyone? It is Diecastbuffet here again. Guys, have a 1998 Steve Grissom number 41 Chevrolet in the studio from Racing Champions. Yes, the card back has seen better days, but this car is technically brand new. We're going to be taking a closer look at it, so let's hop to it. All right, folks, here we go with today's Diecast review. So I try to, make sure these cars are the right year model and everything. Clearly, it says 1998. It does have the 50th anniversary logo on the car. So I'm pretty sure this is a 1998. I know it gets a little bit quirky. I did a review on a Johnny Benson Cheerios car. Literally everything on the package says 1999. It's a 1998 paint scheme. It was released so daggum early. It was before they brought out the 1999 paint scheme, I think. So hopefully we have that correct. Anyways, love the packaging for this. Keep in mind, this is an economy line piece. Yes, I know it's $449. But this was, Racing Champions is more of an economy line. The entire wax coating of the card back has kind of this gold it's like a little bit of a shine to it. It looks really, really good. Bright yellow collector series. You got the photo of the driver in the background. You have the car right here. Oh, by the way, there's a plastic base. Remarkable stuff. Now, the back panel doesn't have a ton of detail to it, but hey, the front piece is what matters. This is what you see when you have it on your shelf. You have it on the, the store peg when you're going down the toy aisle and whatnot. So that's really what counts, and really cool stuff. It's an overproduced diecast. They made a lot of these. I'm going to go ahead and carefully open up the car. All right, folks, brand new out of the box, and here is today's diecast review. So a couple of things to quickly touch on. No, this was not the actual sponsor of the car. I think it was actually Kodiak or Kodak. I don't know how they pronounce it, but it has like an I in it or somewhere, or I and A. I don't know. I think it was like a censored brand or something. Anyways, that's why it says Grissom there. Another thing is that the A-pillar here has probably been dropped, if I had to guess. Since there's no paint blemishes, what this probably was, when they do the actual castings of these cars, they pour the cast, they do all this stuff. Well, they have the metal shells, and they're in this like giant funnel, right? And it's just rattling around. So they're pretty much handling these loose die-cast castings. If they were to pick one up and drop on the floor in the factory, it could easily bend these A-pillars. That's why there's no blemish on the paint, but it's clearly bent there. That's probably what happened, something like that. They dropped it. And yeah, the dashboard, it's a little bit off there. That's probably not going to pass inspection. And another thing I want to touch on here, also check out the bottom. It even has a DIN number. This is the 3,219th edition of this car, as they did make, well, you guessed it, about 20,000 of these. So it's overproduced. No worries on that. You do have a little bit of some logo down here. But what I noticed on the car in the packaging, before I opened it up, is you see these little spots on this plastic piece. I was like, I could have sworn these were holes in the tires, because this thing was like pressed down, and I kid you not, the way it looked distorted, like there was holes in the tires, like it warped, or it had a chemical reaction or something, and it deteriorated the tire. I kid you not, I thought that was the case. This is the plastic base that comes with it. I was going to show us a little bit later, but I feel like this is important to talk about as I just drop it. My bad. I have no idea what this blemish is. Is this something to do with the tires, or there's like a chemical reaction, or is this a part of the manufacturing the plastic? I have no idea, but the fact that the wheels or the tires are not damaged, I'm actually shocked, because I thought they were like melted or warped or something. So that's a massive W, Racing Champions there. Let's go to the front of the diecast here. You have the opening hood right here. Although the diecast body is, I'm just going to keep it a stack with you, it is way too bulky for my liking. The fact that it has an opening hood and real rubber tires is pretty cool. You do have an engine bay. Hold on, if I can get the light in here. Oh, there we go. You could see the engine bay detail. That is pretty cool. You could always take that out and put it on, a shop diorama piece or something. You could do a lot of cool stuff with it. One thing I noticed about this one is the hood doesn't like to stay up on this one. It's kind of more of a looser hinge, which it could be good, because some of these, they don't like to go down. This one fortunately closes decently. So you have Mannheim auctions, I have no idea. Grissom there, got the red bow tie. Monte Carlo, got your silver headlights there, number 41. STP and Union 76. It's a pretty simple paint scheme, but like real talk, I seen the photos of the real car. I'm like, dang, I want a diecast of this. Like, it's a really cool looking piece. So even though it's a very simple paint scheme, it's actually a really good looking car. On the left side of the diecast, you have this 41 right there, Grissom. I have no idea what logo that is, but it does say year 2000, so that's kind of interesting. You got Okuma, you got Mannheim, you have Mac Tools. I don't know what the bit that is. You got RCA, which I know what RCA is. That's, VHS, TV, stuff like that. NASCAR race car, 50th anniversary logo. True Value, Western Auto DuPont, AP, Clavite 77, and Moog. Got Goodyear right there. I will say, though, for a lightly colored car, high quality, in my opinion, in terms of the decals. Like, they don't look destroyed. I've seen some of these Racing Champions cars, and they're really, starting to fall apart. The decals, they're cracking and whatnot. Even though there is some blemishes, there's no decal cracking. So W on that one, Racing Champions. Go over here to the left side of the diecast, and you have Mannheim Auctions, number 41. Again, kind of gives me a cool throwback idea for a Hunt Brothers pizza car. Like Joey Logano, I feel like he could do a cool throwback with this, to be honest with you. The colors match. Get the red bow tie there. And then you go to the right side of the diecast, you can really see how giant these tires are. I mean, I wish there was an actual photo of the car with this packaging I could show you, but let's just say the real car is significantly more aerodynamic. So that's one little oopsie-doo, in my honest opinion. And maybe they did make that version because they had the action line as well. They might have been able to make, the actual real version of it. Go to the right side of the diecast, and just I love those little red lines on the rims. Those are pretty cool. Go to the top of the car, have the number 41, which is kind of similar to the Ganassi font and the Kurt Busch, Stuart Haas Racing era font, so I like that. And then this is what kind of perplexed me here. Larry Hendrick Motorsports. Is he related to Rick Hendrick, or is this completely different? I have no earthly idea. I even looked it up. I actually took the time to look this up before I filmed this video. I didn't find any information on it. I just know that the team closed, I think, in 2001. They had a bunch of different drivers throughout the 90s. I think this was the team that had that iconic Ricky Craven Talladega crash. They had the Kodiak car. I think it was number 42. Could be tripping on that. Might have been 41. The number of the car. Had that crazy Talladega crash in the mid to late 90s. I have no idea if this is Hendrick Motorsports 2.0. Is this a relative? I have no earthly idea. Maybe they just have the same exact last name and that they happen to be in the same sport and they're driving Chevrolets and there's a DuPont decal. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, I'll show the front panel of this. You do have no team-specific logo on the plastic base, but nonetheless, this would be a really cool display piece, even for your next-gen cards. I mean, in all honesty, you could even display it like this if you wanted, right? There's a little cutout here where you can stick a trading card, if you will. So you could have like a custom victory lane diorama. You could have a photo of like the crew on the stage at like Kansas or something winning a race. And you could put like a Kyle Larson Kansas race to win diecast. You could really, decorative or make it decorative. And then you could even paint it as well. It's just clear plastic. You could paint it whatever color you want. So my point is, they made these type of bases in almost every Racing Champions diecast. Most people don't have a use for them. Might as well get creative. I'm just keeping it a stack. So here's the trading card that comes with it. Love like the blurry background. If this doesn't scream the 1990s, man, I don't know what does, man. You got Press Pass, got Racing Champions, Steve Grissom. I love the graphics here, man. Just awesome stuff. 50th anniversary right there on the bottom right. You have the driver photo. Go to the back panel of this. So it does say NASCAR Winston Cup there, which I think is kind of interesting because, it's the sponsor of the car. But look at all this information it just puts for the driver, the fan. If you were just a very casual NASCAR fan, you only watch a couple of races every year, and it's 1998, and you bought this diecast. Congratulations. Now you're being introduced to a driver you probably wouldn't know much about. I wish they would do something like this for the current day driver. I know it's so easy to look it up, but if you're a young fan, you buy a diecast, you open up the packaging. It'd be really cool to give the fan a little bit of a kind of a up to speed, so to speak, with a current day driver. I think that would be really cool. Because they used to do this all the time. I'm just saying, they were popular for a reason, man. They did this way back then for many years. Now, this is really cool right here. You got like the total race winnings, top 5, top 10. What is this, NASCAR Thunder stats? I love this. I'm a dork for the stats, man. I love that. I mean, this reminds me, I'm looking at like NASCAR Thunder stats, and you click, and you go back, and you can go through all the years. That's just really, really cool, man. That is so cool. And I'm going to show you how this little card piece works. If I could actually do it. There we go. And well, if you eye it up, I'm not going to worry about that for the video, but you could kind of eye it up, and then you can put your die cast there. And congratulations, you have a great display piece. So you could even buy like a NASCAR trading card piece, and you could get all kinds of cool, photos of cars and stuff, and they're like in high quality prints. You can truly customize your die cast diorama, your display with this, and make some amazing displays. And the thing is, these Racing Champions die casts, I'm telling you, 20,000 of this particular car got made. You're thinking, okay, that's not many. Okay, think about this. The average production amount for a 2024, 2023, 2025 diecast, you know how many for 164s? 2,500. That's the average amount, give or take. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more. That is like, yeah. So what I'm trying to say is there's a megalodon of these Racing Champions cars floating out there. Plenty of them to go around. Even though they're brand new, they are not rare by any means. That's all for now. Thank you all for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And for all your new diecast purchases, make sure to tap it over there at Circle Diecast and use promo code Diecastbuffet. You can help support the channel, and they do have some older diecasts over there. Tap in, see what's available. That's all for now. Diecastbuffet. I love the opening hood. That's pretty cool. Signing off.